What is up? So sorry, I am 30 minutes late. I've had a very, very busy day. Work was hell, and then picked my 4-year-old up. I was supposed to shop for tomorrow night's dinner and didn't get that done, so I got to do that tomorrow. It'll be a fun day tomorrow. But so tonight we are going to do mushroom Swiss burgers. Simple, easy, delicious. If you don't like mushroom Swiss, if you've never had one, you need to have one. They are delicious, juicy, mouth-watering between the mushrooms, the burger, and then some people don't put any type of sauce on them. I kind of concocted something up of my own. It's with chopped up portobello. So instead of usually I'll do like thick pieces of portobello mushroom, sauteed, put them on there, and slap the Swiss cheese on it, and good to go. Well, tonight I'm going to try something different. I'm actually take the portobello mushrooms and I'm going to chop them up, and I'm going to cook them, heat them up, and add some mayo to it, or actually add those to the mayo once they break down, the juices and everything. Add it right into the mayo, mix it all together, and then put it right on there. It's going to be good, delicious, easy meal. Sorry for the cameras on where they're viewing, because I'm going to be cooking the mushrooms out of this one, and then I have a actual indoor grill for the burgers. Burgers in a pan is awesome. They turn out really good. I can cook them a lot easier on an indoor grill, and it's non-stick. They're awesome. If you don't have one or have never tried one, it's like $29 at Walmart, and it's worth your time. I didn't know anything about them until my old manager told me about it, and I love it. It works wonders. So that's what we're going to do. So I may step away. I'm going to try and prep stuff over here too while I'm doing it, but I don't have any other cameras to put on the counter. I need 5 cameras almost, just surround the kitchen so you can see me. So tonight, Sleeveless is a pearl snap, homemade sleeveless that I made back when I was 20? No, not even that. Yeah. Nope, 19. Got back from college, hanging out with a friend, and wanted to be cool. And I've kept it ever since, because you never know when it comes in handy. And then rocking the Boo Brothers shirt, or the Boo Brothers hat. Old one. I love it. So we're going to get started. I'm going to salt and pepper burgers. Usually I will make my burgers from scratch. Patties and all, that way I can put my seasonings in with it and mix it all together. They were out of the ground meat that I use. I usually use either ground brisket or ground prime rib. Is usually the best I use for burgers. Yes, it's a little on the expensive side, but I'm telling you, it's a total difference between them. So I do already have pre-made patties. Sorry to let you down. I'm sure I'll have a video on homemade burgers. But doing pre-made patties, they are made out of prime rib. Very good burgers, but they still need to be salted. They still need to be peppered. They need to have something in there, because if you don't do anything to a burger, it's just plain Jane and it doesn't have any flavor. Any type of beef, red meat, has to have seasoning before you put it on. That's the thing, is there's a lot of people that'll start searing or start cooking without seasoning, and then once you add the seasoning, it kind of just goes away. It still isn't there. So pre-season. Add the seasoning first, then cook it. Bam. Pre-made patties. Told you, simple, easy. Normally I'd make my own, but they didn't have the meat I wanted, so I went with the meat I wanted already made. Salt and pepper them. Usually I have fresh ground pepper, but I'm out. Need to make some more. Just simple. Salt and pepper. Press them in. Flip them. Hope you guys are having a good night. I am now that I got a cocktail, because I can't function without those. Alright, pepper, salt, simple, easy. Pat it down, good to go. So the burgers are prepped and ready. Alright, so now I'm going to preheat my electric grill, my indoor grill, however you want to name this thing. There we go. Now we're rocking. Alright. Anytime I use this, I automatically put it on high. Get it hot. Just that way you know you're cooking a good temperature. You can go at a lower, but whenever I do burgers, I want, for the most part, on the indoor grill, I want a high temperature because I'm going to get that nice sear with the lines in the grill. And then two, when we do burgers, for the most part, especially they're not very thick, they're thin. I mean, it's like almost 5 minutes a side on them. You don't have to do them very long. That way you get that medium rare. Burgers at a medium rare is awesome. If you get a totally gray burger through the thing, man, it's dry. It's worse than a steak. I've had some horrible burgers, and they don't taste good at all. Like, you can try and do whatever you can, but it just is dry. It's horrible. So while that's heating up, I'm going to prep the mushrooms. So I'm going to step away for a little bit. I'll try and keep chit-chatting, but I'm going to prep the mushrooms. So what I got... Alright. This is what I got. Nice, big, juicy portobello mushrooms. There's a lot of people that do regular mushrooms with mushroom Swiss. I love portobellos just because the fat juiciness of them, and they have great flavor. They taste pretty much like a regular mushroom, but every mushroom has its own identity in a way. Like, these are very meaty, juicy mushrooms that absorb a lot of flavor. So that's why I prefer to use these, because they are bigger. Like I said, this time we're not going to actually just put these on the burgers. We're going to chop them up, not fine. We're going to chop them up in good sized pieces, and I'm going to saute them in the pan with... starting off with butter and garlic, saute them all together, and then I'll probably add a little bit of beef stock to it too to mix in, kind of make almost a little bit of a gravy out of it, just a little bit of consistency, nothing too thick, and then I'm going to add all that into mayo and whip it all together, and then you have yourself your sauce. It's simple, easy to do. I mean, it's simple. But I'm going to step away, got to cut these up real quick, and I'll be back. See if I can get some music going, because I'm dying over here. If I can find my phone. I'm very big into rock, so you'll hear some rock. If it gets a little too much provocative and stuff, I will change the song, trust me, but enjoy. Like I said, just making some chunks out of them, cutting them up, cubes kind of. That way it'll blend in with it a little bit better, but you'll still get the juicy mushroom when you bite into the burger. It's a mushroom Swiss. It's supposed to be there. So, like I said, not huge chunks, cubes. Mix it in with the sauce, slap it right on the burger. Make sure you get some mushrooms on that thing. It'll taste good. Look at that. Perfect amount. Just what I needed. So, what I'm going to do is get... Ooh, it's starting to smoke, starting to get hot. I'm going to get some butter in the pan with some garlic. Just minced garlic already up. I love fresh garlic, but for stuff like this, it's easier to already have it minced up. So get one good tablespoon of garlic. Helps add flavor when you're doing this. When you're doing the sauce, I like garlic in general. Lincoln Park, good song. All right, blob, good tablespoon of butter. Like I said, cast iron. You'll see me use this every time. I'll probably get another tablespoon. Let that render down. Can you guess what tool we're going to use? Let's see if I can find it. Look at that. Wooden spatula. Wood, best thing. Alright, we have our burner nice and hot. Like I can put my hand on it, it's hot. If I get any closer, it kind of burns. It's hot. It's almost there though. There's a lovely, I know you can't see it, there's an indicator like on the dial telling you whenever it's hot. It'll go out, the light will, which is awesome, works great. That way I can keep up with temperature. Okay, we got all of our food prepped. We got the mushrooms cut. Try and block that light for you guys, sorry. Actually, which light is it? It's one right over my head. I don't think I can cook in the dark. Nah, I can't cook in the dark, sorry. Light is a good thing. Next time I'll just kind of move the camera a little bit. But mushrooms are cut, prepped, ready to go. Got the butter and garlic going. Once that renders down and the garlic starts to put out a good aroma, we'll add the mushrooms in. Let those saute in that, make good flavor. We'll add probably a little, like I said, a little bit of beef stock. We're cooking with beef already. It'll just add flavor to it. And the grill is ready. So I think I'm gonna let the garlic and stuff render down a little bit more. Turn this fan on. And then I'll slap the burgers on. Like I said, they don't take very long. I always say the wrong time. I say usually 5 minutes a side. It could be anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes a side. Like I said, perfectly. Medium rare, where it's still juices running out and it's still got pink or red. That's just my preference. Everyone's different. We're gonna get the burgers on because I'm ready. Yeah, I'm all alone with my 2-year-old. Which right now is being very good, playing in her room and watching her TV. My wife and 4-year-old are at the premiere of Frozen 2. I'm sad they left me here. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But hey, she took her friend with her and her kids, so they're having a fun time. I get to do what I like doing, cooking. Hey, if y'all are watching, get yourself a drink. Cocktail, beer, whiskey, whatever. Enjoy it. wish they had like a smell camera that you can smell stuff. It sounds so weird, but the aroma coming from my kitchen right now is ungodly good. Especially that garlic over there with the butter. See it bubbling up? Oh, so good. Burgers are going, garlic's going, and actually I'm going to probably add the mushrooms in now and let them saute down. I'm going to keep this because I'm going to put them back in with the mayo. Mayo, Miracle Whip. I love Miracle Whip, don't get me wrong, but mayo mixes a lot easier. So when cooking mushrooms, like sauteing them, you're really just breaking them down. So mushrooms are already almost full of water or juices themselves, and even though I'm sure if you grab one you can probably squeeze it out, you take a lot of pressure, but if you actually put it under heat, it'll just come out itself. So it's almost like you'll see them shrink a little bit because all the juices are coming out, but all the juices are mixing in and marinating with the garlic and the butter. It's awesome, and they're like sponges, so they'll soak that flavor back up. It's weird how it works, because if you actually cut up mushrooms, and so I'm going to be making stuffed mushrooms tomorrow, and I stuffed my mushrooms with mushrooms already. You literally take the ends off that you cut off of the stuffed mushroom, chop them up really fine, or put them in a food processor, make them fine, and a couple other ingredients along with cream cheese. But then you're adding it back into the mushroom. But when you saute them first, and then add some breadcrumbs and other seasonings with it, when you're actually sauteing them, if you watch them close, and hopefully I can get it on the video, they'll shrink, and they'll go smaller. But then they soak up the juices that they just like expended, and it's crazy. Burgers are good, mushrooms sauteing. So once the mushrooms are done sauteing and rendered down a little bit, is when I'll add the little bit of beef stock to it. Like I said, I'm not adding very much. I'm just adding enough to help give them more flavor than just what the mushroom already has, and it'll pair well with the mayo when you mix it all together. The mayo kind of holds it all together there, but when you bite into it, you'll get the flavors, and they're so good. You guys actually excuse me for 1 second, I gotta go check on my TV roll. I love that my 2-year-old can talk, or I can at least understand her, because her door was shut. It's not supposed to be, but her door was shut. Open it up. She's just sitting there watching her TV show and playing with her toys, which is ironic. She usually is running around like a heathen, like I used to. She's like the spitting image of her mother, but acts like me. Unfortunately, this is plastic, it's not wood. Grill marks. Grill marks will be your best friend. If you see them pretty grill marks, you're doing it right. Alright, you can actually see the color change in the mushrooms. So I'm going to actually add the beef stock and let it sit for a little bit. Gotta find my beef stock. Oh, there it is. A little bit more, and it'll be good. And then once you add your beef stock, just turn it down, like I had it originally on medium, turn it down to almost simmer, and just let it all marinate together. That way you're not actually like cooking and burning anything, you're kind of just letting it, the heat, keep it going. I really need to get a mouse for this computer. Heck yeah, I got a viewer. Hope you guys are enjoying. Again, sorry I'm late. I didn't plan on taking that long, but got stuck up at work. Went to go get my rack of lamb for today, for tomorrow's dinner, and they were out. That's so sad. But they are getting some in right at 7 a.m. and I'm having my wife go pick it up because if we ain't got no rack tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to cook. I'll still show y'all, but I'm not sure yet. These burgers smell good. And we got sesame seed buns, which sesame seed buns are the best buns for a burger. We're going to toast them. Toasted buns are the best buns. Actually, I'll probably use the grill right here because it works great for toasting buns. You put them in the oven, sometimes you turn your head for just a second, they'll burn. And that ain't good. Yes, I washed my hands beforehand. I am going to taste test this with my hand. Oh, that's so good. I'm sorry, if you don't like mushrooms, I don't know, just mushrooms in general are the best thing ever. I could put mushrooms in anything, on everything. They taste so good. Again, if you guys have any recipes or something you want me to cook, something you've seen on TV, as long as I can get the ingredients for it, I will try and recreate it and put a spin on it of my own. Leave comments. Even if you're watching the video after it's been aired, go to the page, leave a comment, write a review, subscribe, do whatever. But I will go through them. I'm trying to keep up with them. But go through them, see what everybody commented on. And like I said, I'll try and recreate it. There ain't no guarantee it's going to taste the same, but it'll taste better because I'm cooking. Once you've seen the beef stock is kind of dried up, because the mushrooms absorbed them, plus the heat probably absorbed a little bit of it too, turn it down to low, like low to the go, simmer, whatever, just let it sit there. If you see that they're starting to kind of more caramelize and turn a little bit darker in color, take them off the heat. There's still heat in there. If anything, we can always put them back on, but I kind of started them a little bit early, but I didn't know how long the mushrooms were actually going to take to cook. So the burgers are going nicely. Grill marks. Delicious. I'm probably going to leave them on for just a little bit longer. My wife likes them for the most part mostly done. So if they're mostly done, it ain't going to hurt me. And the cool thing about this grill is it doesn't dry them out because there's not an over amount of heat going to them. Yes, I have it on high, but like on a charcoal grill or flame broiled burger like Burger King, if they don't do it correctly and they leave it on too long, it'll dry it out because the other heat around it from the flames itself. Like you're getting the flame, you're getting the heat from the charcoal alone on a grill, and then if you add flame to it, you're just searing the sides and it's just drying it out. Yeah, I'll probably leave it on for about another 2 minutes. So 7:05, I'll take them off and let them sit. And even after you take them off and if you let them sit, say if you like wrap aluminum foil around them, they're still kind of cooking themselves from the heat from themselves alone without dispensing their juices for the most part. Alright, so I'm probably going to go ahead and take the mushrooms off and we'll put them in the pan I had, add some mayo, and whip it together. See, warning, with cast iron, the handle does get hot. Like, always check. Like, this one's not too hot because I had it on warm for the most part, but always check because you burn your hand. That's not fun. Look at that. Deliciousness. But did you see how full the bowl was originally? The bowl was full. It was up to here. And now it's shrunk down. Mushrooms shrink, but then they absorb. Weird process. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take the burgers off. They're not bleeding anymore. Look at that. They look delicious. Make sure after you're done, always turn this thing off and unplug it. When you unplug it, that way you know it's all clear. Just kind of pick it up, move it out of the way. I tell you what, these are the easiest things to clean. So it's got a pan underneath, a catch pan. Take that and literally rinse it out, wipe it out. It'll clean up or throw it in the dishwasher. When you clean the grill itself, it cannot go in the dishwasher. Literally rinse it with water and then take a paper towel and wipe it. It just falls off that. It's like copper coated. It works wonders. You ain't got to scrub, you're not ruining anything. If you scrub it, you're going to ruin the copper. And then you're going to ruin it and then you have to go buy another one for $29.95 at Walmart. You know, I about made a mistake. I almost forgot the Swiss cheese, which could have been bad. And I forgot to toast my buns. Like, I'm off tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna plug this grill back in. Maybe. Stay. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna put that back on because I'm going to toast the buns. I'm actually going to slap some cheese on the burgers now and probably cover it in aluminum foil, and that heat will melt it. Man, aluminum foil, best thing ever. Alright, turn this back on. I'm sure some of you are going to ask, am I going to wipe the grill? No. All of the stuff that's on the grill is from the burgers, being juices, meat, and seasoning. There's nothing raw on there. It's all cooked. A lot of people wipe grills off, toast buns. I don't. Unless it's got chicken on it or some other pork. Because that stuff, if it's still not cooked all the way, yes, make you sick. But being that it's beef and all of it's kind of blackened, that's all seasoning and flavor on there. I'm going to put the buns right on top of there, and it's going to toast them and soak in that flavor back from the beef. Now I'm only toasting one bun because I'm toasting my bun, because no one else is home, and Savannah won't eat these. Hi, baby. I'm making you a cheeseburger. Yeah. It's cooking. Hey, come here. You want to say hi? Okay. It's almost done. She didn't want to say hi. She's shy, I think. Toasty. I gotta get a clean plate. That's with the sauce. Let's see if I can get out of the shadow. Sorry. So, literally, mushrooms, mayo, garlic, butter, and beef stock, beef broth. Mix it all together once it's cooked down, and it makes a yummy, yummy sauce, I'm telling you. Some people like mayo. Well, I never would have thought about mayo on a mushroom Swiss either until I went to Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen mushroom Swiss burgers, even though it's Dairy Queen, are good. And they put mayo on them, which blew my mind. The only reason I knew it was mayo, my manager hates mayo, and he about threw up. Play with your buns if you want to. I do. Look at that. Toasting. Look at the centers on these, don't pop out. Sesame seed bun, too. Sesame seed buns are delicious. You can get a plain Jane bun if you want. I don't care. Alright. Toasted. I'm happy with the toast. Alright. Turn this back off. Unplug it. See if I can move it without burning something. I don't know where to put things. I'm gonna move stuff real quick. Alright, move that off there. okay. It's cool. Cool. Alright. Now me, I like sauce. I like condiments in general. So, get yourself a good helping and just slap it on there. See all those mushrooms? I'm telling you, when you put that nice burger on there, it's going to taste delicious. It's like what is it called? An aioli is what they call it in fancy chef stuff. It's an aioli. It's a mayo aioli with mushrooms, garlic, butter. It is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Hold on, baby. Oh, my cheese moved. Find your burger, slap it right on there. You know what I'm going to do? Just because I can. I'm going to slap a little bit on the top. Not really mushrooms, just kind of a sauce. Oh, baby. You're hungry? Okay. Give me a second, sweetie. Bam. Mushroom Swiss burger. Now I'll bite into it for you. See how the meat it looks. Hopefully I don't kill myself. Oh my god. It's so good. Sorry, I'm using you as a mirror. Let's see if I can show you the inside of it. You all see that? It's pink. It ain't bleeding. It's delicious. I don't know if you can tell. It's pink. Let's see. It is delicious. Probably the best mushroom I've had in a while. Oh my god. Well, yeah. You want to sit at the table? Yes. Okay, I'll get you a burger. Well, that's it. Well, not a long segment, not a long night, not a long live feed. Simple, easy mushroom Swiss burgers with an aioli mayo mushroom sauce. Delicious. Of course, we have French fries and other things as sides, but y'all know how to put those in the oven and deep fryer. I'm just showing you how to do the main dishes. It is delicious. I'm telling you what. Mushroom Swiss. Easy meal for family. Tastes good. As long as you like mushrooms, as long as you like Swiss cheese. My cheese kind of moved if you can't tell. It's kind of sliding off burgers, but it's perfect. It's not that too done cheese where it's falling off and you can't taste it. But you all have a good evening. Catch me tomorrow evening. Anywhere from 5 to 6 is when I'm going to jump on tomorrow evening. Because right when I get home, I'm not even showering, which sounds bad. I'm going to come here, change my clothes, clean my hands, and start cooking. Because I got a long night. I got stuffed mushrooms, rack of lamb, asparagus, like the works. It's going to be delicious. You'll enjoy it. I'll tell you that. Have a good evening, everyone. Check me out.